Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everyone doing? I'm doing just fine. I've been super busy as usual. You guys know that it's it's always a go 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 around here for sure. And this past week has been the same as usual. My husband decided that we have a circle drive, and in the middle is a big island. And we had palm trees in there. I have three palm trees. I think they're all dead from the freeze this past year. A sago palm that made it that looks really beautiful. I don't know how come that one lived, and the huge palms died. It's so sad. And I have two mountain laurel, and I have boxwood all the way around it. So it's a pretty good sized island. And it had rained and rained and rained. And I remember telling y'all about how much it was raining, and the weeds got out of hand. I always keep it weeded. That's my job, and I just got behind on it because of all, it raining and everything. And then we hired a guy to come and weed the area, the whole house, all around the house, and he missed the island. He didn't do the island at all. It was a young person. It was a kid that we hired, and we paid him $160, and he did not take one weed out of that island. I was like, oh my god! We weren't home. We were working. We were doing one of our shows. So it was. I told my husband, call him and tell him to come back and finish it, and my husband wouldn't do it. He's like, no, he's just a kid. So I'm like, fine. So my husband decided, in all his wisdom, that we should, um, you know, weed eat it and then put some tarp, that plastic over it, whatever it's called for weeds, and then put rock on top of it so that we won't have that problem again. So that's what we did. And it's hot here, and that was so much work. I mean, so much work. The rock that we had delivered, just to buy the rock, it was $300 of rock. Everything is crazy expensive. The last time we bought rock for the front, because we have it around our house, it was like a fourth of that price. It's crazy. We didn't even get the nice big pretty rock. We got smaller rock. But it was so much work. My husband did the wheelbarrow and the shoveling, and I spread all the rock around. I did what I could, and I had a bucket, and I would fill up the bucket, and I'd carry the bucket over and dump it on the little places that you couldn't really get to, little cracks and stuff. And then we bought these cement blocks to go all the way around it to hold in all the rock. It had a little metal strip, so we just put that up against the metal strip, and then, anyways, it looks so good. It looks so nice, but it was a lot of work, and it was hot outside. We would do it like really late in the evening, and we'd get up really early. One morning, my husband got up at 7:30, and he said, "Come on, let's go. Let's go to work right now." I mean, no coffee or nothing. I was like, ah, and I had to go help him. I was like, okay. We got it done. Thank goodness. I am so happy. All right, so the variant is, oh my gosh, it's bad here. And in Austin, y'all hear about Austin all the time on the news because I'm hearing it on CNN when I go to sleep. I put CNN on, and I'm hearing Austin come up all the time. They have no hospital beds left. They're filled. They're filled to the gills. And in San Antonio, the last time that I heard, and I'm sure it was days ago because I haven't really watched any news, they have I don't know, 1,300 people in the hospitals in San Antonio. So I'm in Bulverde, but I would go to a hospital in San Antonio because there's no hospitals in Bulverde. It's a tiny little town. So, and there's almost 200 people on ventilators. So it's crazy. It's crazy. And our governor, Abbott, he's saying, y'all, no, you don't have to wear a mask. You can go back to school and don't wear a mask, But thank goodness the mayor of San Antonio got an injunction from that, and now all the schools are enforcing mask wearing. My grandsons have gotten the vaccine, but I think they're going to still wear their mask at school, even though they got the vaccine. Their mothers want them to, and we've been going around with them, and they've had their mask on. Okay, so what I'm getting from Spirit, it's things are going to get better towards Thanksgiving. It's going to be better. Things are going to be more under control by Thanksgiving. this is what I'm getting. This sounds kind of funky and rude, but this is what I'm being shown. I'm like, well, why is it getting better? And the nuts will have fallen from the tree. So, I think what it's just good natured fun spirits just being funny. What they mean is that the non-believers, the ones that don't believe in the vaccine, they're kind of like going to have, you know, a call to Jesus moment and get the vaccine. That's what it is. So the nuts are going to fall from the tree. Meaning they're gonna change their minds and want the vaccines because it's going to hit closer to home. And I mean, there's still plenty out there that don't want to get vaccinated. And you guys remember I told you that my youngest daughter didn't want to be vaccinated. And this is so, Spirit works in such a wonderful way. I wanted her to be vaccinated so badly, and I've just, prayed about it, put it out there, and I just said, it's in your hands, God. I'm just putting it out there. She needs to get a vaccine. Well, she's on a dating website, and she started talking to this guy, and nothing came of it except for he talked her into getting a vaccine. And she's not even talking to him anymore, but she went and got her first vaccine shot, and she's going to get another one at the end of the month. So she'll have her second one. So thank God. I'm so grateful that somebody talked some sense into her, and it was somebody she's never even met or knows, but it was some guy. But that's how the world works. That's how the universe works. That's how God works. Puts people in your path to make things better for you. So she's going to be vaccinated and protected. And also I'm getting that we're all going to get booster shots. We'll all get booster shots. Now, we got vaccinated really early on. My husband, he had that open heart surgery, quadruple bypass, not this past March, but last March in 2020. And we got our vaccine in February. We were really lucky to get our vaccine so early. I was just so grateful that we were able to do that. And I only got it because he's older, and he, with his problems, he's able to get it. And because I'm his wife, I got it too. So I'm very grateful for that. But I feel like, okay, we're going to need a booster. And Spirit's telling me, you're going to get a booster. Don't worry, you'll get a booster. So we'll all get our booster shots, okay? I think it's going to be something like kind of like a flu shot we're going to need every year, because how the flu, changes. There's variants of flu every year, and it's going to be like that too with COVID, unfortunately. Whew. I'm getting hot, y'all. Whenever I'm channeling Spirit, I start sweating, and I'm not a sweaty person at all. I do not sweat, but when I start channeling Spirit, I start sweating. I'll be dripping here in a minute. Okay. I just wanted to say this. I was watching. We went. Have y'all ever been to a Comic-Con show? Where they put on all these characters from the movies and stuff like that. People get all dressed up and they go to this Comic-Cons. Well, we had to do pipe and drape for them because we have our own company, and that's what we do. So labor intensive. So yesterday, that's what we did all day long. We set up the show for the Comic-Con show coming up this weekend. So we set it up yesterday, and then they have their vendors coming and setting up tomorrow, and I think 2 days of setup that they have. It is a huge, huge show, huge. We set up almost 150 tables. We had to, dress out their tables, skirt them, tablecloth, skirt, and then pipe and drape. We got there, and it took us, we had 5 people, 5 of us working nonstop. Took 8 hours to set their show up. It was a long time. I'm like, but it's over with. Now we have to go and pick it up on Sunday, and it'll be a lot easier to do that. Taking down is a lot faster than setting up, because setting up, you have to have it so many feet. You have to measure as you're going, make their aisles and everything. So it's going to be a lot faster. So that's what I've been doing. So I worked really hard yesterday, and somehow I got through it just fine. I feel really good. Usually I get a backache before it's over with. My back never hurt. I'm so grateful for that. But when I was doing this setup, what I was going to tell y'all, sometimes I'll just listen to things on my phone. I'll just put my earphone on and put my phone in my pocket or something and listen to YouTube. And I came across this Barbara Streisand interview that's been done recently. She looks so good. She looks so good. She looks better than she's looked in years. And she was talking about how she loved the year of COVID because she didn't have to go anywhere or do anything or have any demands on her. She looked fantastic. I mean, fantastic. And I've seen her in other movies in the last, 15 years or so. And she didn't look that great. She looked fantastic in this interview, y'all. She looked great. Another thing that I was listening to was an interview with that Dr. Stephen Greer. Have y'all ever heard of him? He's the guru to the ETs. Now he's been out writing books for a long time. I think, I don't know, maybe the late 80s to the in the 90s. He's been writing books, and he contacts ETs. And I remember he used to have some kind of, I don't know if he still does because I'm not really, in that circle, but he had some kind of like a drumming circle and some kind of protocol to make contact with the ETs. And I saw this many, many years ago, and to get into that circle, to be a part of it, was so expensive. It cost so much money, and I was like, and he's like, I want to bring this to everybody. And I'm like, but remember how much money you were charging? How could anybody even afford to go be part of your circle? You know what I mean? So I talked to Spirit a little bit about him because he said some things in that interview. Also, he sells an app. He sells an app on, Google. You can go to the Google store and get this app on how to contact ETs. I forgot what the app is, but you can look him up. Dr. Stephen Greer's app to contact ETs. It's $10, $9.99, and then you can contact the ETs too. It's very interesting. So the information that I got from Spirit about this, so if I want to, I was putting it like this to Spirit. If I want to contact ETs, can I use that app and contact some ETs? Can I do that? And what I'm getting is that who will answer is unpredictable. That's what they're telling me. It's unpredictable. Now, Dr. Greer says that all the ETs that he's come in contact are benevolent. They are advanced beings that just want to help us. They've been here forever, and they're just watching over us. They want to help us, and they're, I guess they can't interfere, but they're trying to help us. They're waiting for us to ask for their help, put it that way. And that our government is not allowing us to do that. They don't want us to believe in them. So they're trying to deter that. So what Spirit is telling me is that the ETs that are in contact with Dr. Greer are romancing him. So that's how they're putting it. They're romancing him. So you know what that means. They're like seducing him, romancing him. So of course it's going to be all good. They're going to be very benevolent. Okay, and the reason for that is, one of the reasons for that is because he's kind of put a target on ETs, even though he's trying to put it out there that, they're benevolent, they're not here to, take over our planet, they don't want to harm us or do anything. They're over the top. I don't know if they're completely honest with him, but they're over the top romancing him because they're trying to dispel and diffuse any negativity surrounding them, because they have a target on them. I keep seeing like they've got a target on them. And they are here to help humanity. They are. So I'm asking them if you're here to help humanity, I'm asking Spirit, if they're here to help humanity, can they help with global warming? Can they help with the fires that are going on? I mean, this fire's the Dixie fire, it's out of control. I mean, it is out of control. It's horrible. Okay, so I'm getting told those fires have been started by man. But it's dry. If it wasn't that dry, they wouldn't keep going. I mean, they were started by man. That's what I'm getting. They're started by man. But everything's so dry because it's not raining because of global warming. So what I'm getting is we need to clean up the pollution. And we need to enforce laws that have already been made. There are laws that are already there that have already been made that aren't being enforced. There's laws that are on the books and they're just not being enforced anymore. Maybe I think Trump undid a lot of things, but I thought Biden put them back. So what can we do as individuals? What can we do? So there's a few things that we can do. Number one is we need more nature. We need more trees, more nature, less concrete, less structure. We need more parks, greenery, green. That's going to help with absorbing the heat, and releasing oxygen, releasing, I don't know. Okay, so we have to work together for the greater good, and when we work all together with like minds, we can do anything. It's like if we were all of one mind, if we all have one belief, and that's why we're all divided. We're all divided. It's destructive. There's a destructive force that has divided all of us. Believe it or not, there is a destructive force. But when we come all together for the greater good, we can do anything. We can be of one mind if we all have the same belief system. Like if we could all get together and say, it's going to rain, we believe that it's going to rain, rain would come. And that's how Donald Trump was stopped. That's exactly how he was stopped. There was enough of us that were of one mind, that it was a deterrent, that he needed to be stopped. There was enough of us that came to one mind that said, that's enough, he needs to be stopped. And he was. You see how that works? That's just showing you that it can work, and it really can. And that's how prayer manifests blessings. When you're of one mind, when you're all praying for the same thing, like minds come together in faith or a belief, and this can work for the good. And we've seen it. We've seen it work for people, in the past, people like Donald Trump, people that don't have the best interest at heart, it still works. This belief system, it still works because this is just energy, okay? There's no good, there's no bad, it's just energy. When you put energy out in the universe, then whatever you focus on grows and, multiplies. It comes back to you. So when a number of people focus on the same energy, we can create magic, basically. That's what I'm getting. It's like magic. And it can be like black magic or white magic. And I'm not saying it, I shouldn't even said that. I mean, I wish I hadn't even said that. But I'm saying it couldn't be negative to us. When the universe doesn't look at anything negative, but we can, it could be detrimental to us because there's a party of people focusing on doing something that's not good, and then it's a detriment to us. But the universe doesn't recognize positive or negative. It's just the energy that's put out. That's what's comes back. So we have to learn how to access and control this energy. We can do it, you guys. We can do it. But it takes all of us to believe it. We have to have a little cooperation with one another, but we're so divided. And that's what we're seeing through the world. That's what is going on through the whole world. That's why we're having COVID. That's why we're having global warming. That's why we're having floods and fire, because we're divided. We're divided. Everybody is blaming each other, and everybody's against each other, and it's a horrible, tangled mess. We need to become together, as one. We're like the people in the United States. There are Republicans, Democrats, Libertarians. Actually, we're all, humans. We're all this people united under the United States. We're all Americans. Why can't we just be all Americans? Why do we have to label ourselves and be divided? And if we can be more cohesive together, things will start falling into place. And we're just going through a rough period of time right now, and we're learning. There's many people out there that are guiding us, teaching us, and we're learning how to be cohesive and come back together. Unfortunately, look in Afghanistan. We left Afghanistan, and it's falling apart. They are so divided. It's just terrible. People are being killed, and they're taking so many prisoners, and it's awful. It's awful. But we're going through, a learning curve in this world. All of us, not just the United States, but all around the world, we're going through this learning curve. The sooner that humanity gets it, the sooner we can all come together and have a happy life. Calm down a little bit. Calm down. Okay, you guys. So that's what I got. I've been doing lots of healings lately. I've been doing actually a lot of chakra balancing, cleansing, and then I do the healing. So I like to do everything all at once. And if you need a healing, please contact me and let me know. If you have a loved one that needs a healing, I would be happy to help you out. I don't ask for, anything in return for the healing. So if you would like to make a donation, you can send a donation, but don't feel like you'd have to. I do charge for readings, as you guys know. So if you'd like to get a reading with me, or portal closing, if you feel some kind of weird energy, something's going on in your house, you want to get that portal closed so that you can change all the energy in your house, be glad to help you with that. Do an energy cleanse, like I said, chakra balancing, whatever that you feel like you need. So I can do those things for you. Please contact me. My email's down below, and I'm ready to help you whenever you need me, okay? And usually, I usually answer my emails pretty quickly. Like yesterday, I was gone all day long, and I didn't answer the emails till this morning. But within 24 hours, unless somehow it goes in my junk file, I usually will answer your email. So if you need, right away, if you need me to do a healing on somebody, I'm happy to do it, okay? And I feel like these healings are I'm learning more and able to do more, and hopefully that if, it'll be successful for you if you need some help. All right, guys, I love y'all so much. I hope you enjoyed this little talk with Spirit. And if you need some help, just contact me. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Love you guys so much. Miss you, and I'm sorry I'm not on as often as I used to be. Just a busy bee. Y'all take care. Bye for now.